deacon left the hospital, his appetite came back. He started coming back to church. But about 3 months later, Deacon Samuel Gates went home to be with Jesus. He died earthly, absent from the body, present with the Lord. But it hurt my heart. I said, God, why did you send me if you knew the man was going to die? I said, God, why did you have me to lay hands on him if you knew you were going to take him home? The Holy Ghost spoke and said, I didn't send you there to heal his body. I sent you there to heal his faith. You see, when you're sick, the devil will show up and say, you've been serving God, but now that you're sick, where is your God now? God said, I sent you to Sam Gates so that his faith wouldn't waver. You see, church, even if you die, you got to die in faith. You got to go down knowing, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Well, when Paul gets to chapter number 12, verse number 9, you see Paul pulls out a word that says, furthermore. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever been in an argument. I don't know how many of you have ever been cussed out. I don't know how many of you, some of y'all ain't just been cussed out, you cuss somebody else out. Oh, but church of God, sometimes in an argument, after you've proven your other points, you pull out a word called furthermore. Furthermore is like a trump card. Furthermore is like a domino. When you say furthermore, you don't say furthermore. No. You throw it down like you throw dominoes. Furthermore, Church of the Living God, you see, furthermore only is to be used after you made all your other points. If you're in an argument with somebody, you say your brother crazy. You're in an argument with somebody, you say your sister stupid. You're in an argument with somebody, you say your grandmama retarded. But after you finish all your points, then you throw down furthermore, I think your mama crazy too. Well, Church of the Living God, Paul has made all of his other arguments, but then he throws down furthermore. Church of the Living God, Paul says, when your mama, when your daddy used to spank you, used to lick you, used to whip you, Paul says that your parents, they didn't do it for your benefit. They told you this is for you. But Paul says they did it for themselves. Mama whipped you because she didn't want you to embarrass her. I remember as a kid, we would go over the saint's house, and when we pulled up in the car, Mama would turn around and look in the back seat. She said, when you get in here, don't you ask for nothing. Don't say nothing. You get somewhere and sit down. Mama said if they offer you something to eat, you say no thank you. Don't act like I ain't cooked for you. Well, we would get there. We'd get to Sister Johnson's house and sit there on the couch. We were so little, our feet would dangle off the couch. Sister Johnson would look at Mama and say, Sister Hollis, you have such beautiful children. My mother would say, oh, thank you. Then she'd look back at us and she'd talk through her teeth. She'd say, you better not move. Church of the Living God. Paul said that wasn't for your benefit. When Mama got you, that was for her benefit so that she didn't get embarrassed. But then Paul says, but God, when God gets you, it ain't for God's benefit. He corrects you for your benefit. But church of the living God, Paul keeps talking. Paul gets to verse number 11, and Paul pulls out a word. It is a compound word, but yet it's used as one word. Paul says, never the less. Hear me, church. Paul brings out all these other points, and then Paul writes to the church, and Paul says in verse number 9, we've moved furthermore, but now we've come to a nevertheless. You see, if I make a decision, then I make a decision, but my decision means I got to move. I make a decision either to move further or I'll move back. But church of the living God, I'm tired of going back. I've already had the less. I've lived a less life. I used to speak nasty language, a less language. I lived a corruptible life, but I've made a decision. If I make a move, I ain't going back to the less. I'm going back. If I make a move, I ain't moving back. But if I make a move, I'm moving furthermore. Hear me, church of the living God. Do me a favor. Find that person that you spoke to earlier. Put your finger back in their face. Find them again, find them again. Put your finger